top 5 overrated games. Surprisingly, we agree upon them.
Which is quite amazing, because we very rarely do.
Yeah, so let's go. I'm going to start with a big one. GTA 4. Now, this game the expectations were huge. This was GTA on the next gen. This was, the brand new game engine. This was like this should have been the big budget blockbuster, best GTA ever, $100 million game. It was huge. It's rated 98 on Metacritic. And what do you get? Nothing. It's GTA 3 on the Rage engine. That's it. The story is generic. The characters
are not memorable.
Are not as good as other GTAs. There's not many of them. The game isn't that long. I don't know how some reviewers say there's so much replay value. There really isn't. The side missions, you can go and do everything other than getting all the pigeons in no time at all. I did it in 60 hours on my PC playthrough. 60 hours to do everything other than getting all the pigeons, which by the way are completely pointless. They get you nothing, and you did them. And would you say they were a grind?
It was the biggest waste of time I've ever spent in a video game.
And the multiplayer, well, it had potential. There was stuff there, but the game just isn't suited for multiplayer. I mean, the co-op missions, they were good.
Co-op missions were very good, but unfortunately there was not enough of them, and
repetitive.
And it was very much kind of who saw who first on the multiplayer. There was no kind of
because it's auto-aim, by the way.
There was no skill in the actual online combat. It was
completely pointless. So GTA 4 definitely probably the most overrated game by an absolute mile on this list. Only second to perhaps Half-Life 2, which I'm sorry, the amount of praise this game gets, it does not deserve. Graphically, nowhere near as good as Far Cry. Technically, the combat, the gameplay is no different to the original Half-Life. Like, God, the gunplay, the meleeing, you just do not feel like this is anything past 1990s gameplay. It's just so old.
It's impossible to say that Gordon Freeman is a good character when number one, he doesn't talk, number two, you don't see him, and number three, there isn't a number three because the other two pretty much say it all.
This guy, you do not see the guy, you do not talk with the guy, you do not get to make any decisions within Half-Life 2, you do nothing. Gordon Freeman is not a badass character by any means. That's like saying your driver in like a racing game who you never see is a badass character. He's not. The game is scripted. I've played Half-Life 2 through twice. Once on the 360, once on the PC. I played episode 1, I played episode 2, played episode 1 twice or 3 times, and I can tell you it doesn't really... It's not that it's a bad game, it's just that Half-Life 2 gets credit for being a $40 million game, for having all this technology, for this, that and the other, and I'm like, no, it's not even a shooter at some points. You spend more time just kind of walking, it's so linear. Like, people say, oh no, there's like, you make the story, you have to discover the story isn't spoon fed to you through cutscenes. Come on, get off that. You just feel like it's a piece of software, it's not even a game. So I'm just stuffed on that one. So yeah, Half-Life 2, if someone can please explain why Half-Life 2 is such a great game. The story, I didn't think there was one. The character's not really very good.
With actual logical reasoning.
Yeah. Don't say, oh my god, it was the best game ever, you had to be there in 2005. I played in 2007, it wasn't that great. Level design, yes. Okay, they managed to do a lot with very little. But come on, like, it just no gameplay wise, it was lacking.
I had the same game experience on Dead Island as I did on Half-Life 2.
Yeah, it's just when you melee an enemy, right? This is 1990s. I need something better than that. So let's move on to another one. And this one, while Half-Life 2 was for the PC fanboys that are going to be butthurt, this one is going to upset all you console fanboys. ODST.
We both agree, and we give very little games zeros, but we both agree this game is a 0 out of 10.
I could stretch to a 1 because
I can't. It is a 0.
I could see that it tried to kind of be semi open, kind of let you explore this city, but the gameplay, it's so dark you can't see where you're going. The level design does not exist. It's just, I don't know why.
Repetitive, too much door opening, lacking of enemy variety, non-existent story, very little direction, too much needing to replay to actually know where the heck you're going.
Yeah, and it was so boring to play. I don't know why it was.
No gunplay, very, very slow.
Very, very slow, and it's short. And I tried to play, I got to chapter 8. I didn't even manage to get past it because the game is so glitchy. You have to go to this part of the map to advance the story. And I can't advance. I can't actually get to the story because of this semi-open world thing they tried to do. I can't actually play the mission. I can't even finish the game. On that account, it's a 0. The game is flawed. I can't finish the game. I did nothing wrong. Like, I know other people have had this problem. You can't get past level. You can't actually get to the start of level 8 somehow. It's so badly made.
The next game is Tomb Raider Underworld, which, for all intensive purposes, wasn't a bad game. It's just not an 80. It is not an 80 on Metacritic. It really isn't.
I think that was kind of my first proper Tomb Raider playthrough. Tomb Raider game, and I have to say, apart from the camera issues and the horrific, like, I thought I could make that jump and I can't, and the non-existent combat and the worst AI you'll see in the combat might as well not be there. They need to get rid of it. Why you have guns, I don't know.
It was subpar, basically.
It was subpar. The number of levels wasn't that many. There's not that many levels, and the levels that are there, it's just like one giant, like, twist a knob, like align gears to advance kind of thing.
Basically, the game was like 80% traversal.
It was
and
traversal.
20% you can describe it as whatever else you want, to be honest.
Sometimes you'd think, oh yeah, it's okay, it's Tomb Raider, it's meant to be about the kind of traversal, the acrobatic, the puzzles. The puzzles are like so tried and tested.
And there was no raiding of tombs.
Yeah, no, yeah.
The collectibles were naff. They didn't do anything.
The story was kind of underdeveloped. It didn't feel like you felt like you just did the levels had no relation to the story whatsoever.
Also the story didn't make any sense if you'd not played the other games.
Yeah.
I've watched the story of the other games in order to actually understand what Underworld is, which I shouldn't need to do, but I felt compelled to do it because I thought, well, there was bits in it I thought, oh well, that's kind of cool, but like, why did that happen?
I can give it credit for its it had nice graphics, and they did try and make the levels kind of grand. They did try and like make it one big level rather than one tiny little parts. So I think that was good. But the overall gameplay, the mechanics, the story, it was all just so lacking. It was really not a finished high quality product that you can call an 80. Definitely not a game for everyone at all. Very much a niche game.
And the final one is is Battlefield 4, because it's just broken. It really is. And up until now, which is the 16th of April, it's only just got fixed, which is insane when the game came out in late October.
Can we also reiterate the point that it is mostly just Battlefield 3 copy-pasted? No matter what these Battlefield fanboys are going to say with this, like, Levolution scripted building falling down, and like commander mode and stuff. No, you can say what you want.
The
Call
game
it Frostbite 3. It's just Frostbite 2.
The game doesn't explain what commander mode is. The game's commander mode doesn't really do anything that actually impacts. Yes, it is. It doesn't actually impact gameplay at all, or feel it like you're actually immersive.
Yeah, I just don't really see why this game, as we said, like, why can the game get away with copy pasting so much, doing so little, being so broken on launch, even though it's copy pasted, and yet still get 80?
We will give it credit for the fact that the campaign is on par with Battlefield 3's campaign, which was actually good, but it's missing its co-op mode from Battlefield 3, which provided some online experience, which I don't think many games provide anymore. So I don't know why they took that out. And then the multiplayer is effectively Battlefield 3 with a couple of minor tweaks. Levolution, which doesn't really do anything apart from kill you when you in the middle of a firefight.
Changing a few guns here and there. I just think this practice, critics need to really... Okay, if you copy pasting and you make slight improvements with no, like, disimprovements, if you like, fine, rate it. Like, as you do with sports games, you give FIFA 90 every year. Fine. But if a game's genuinely broken, if a game, you bought the game and, like, it crashes every time, put it in your review. Don't overlook it and say, oh, it's going to be fixed in patches. No, because people are going to watch the review. People are going to go and buy the game. Early adopters. A game gets its most sales on launch, and then it kind of goes down.
If there's any other games which you think are overrated, please put them in the comments, and we will...
We'll look forward to seeing if there's much diversity.
Yeah,